Hi, my name is Amy Weber, and I am a child therapist, a parent coach, and co founder of Speak, Learn, and Play in Brooklyn. Today, I am talking about building flexibility gently. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here, especially if being here meant rearranging rigid bedtime routines or navigating a 30-minute conversation about why Tuesday can't be soup night. I see you. Today, I am talking about something that sounds lovely in theory, but can feel like a nightmare in practice, and that is flexibility. Specifically, how we can help our neurodivergent kids build flexibility gently without meltdowns, massive resistance, or feeling like we're pushing them off a cliff. Spoiler alert, we're not aiming for a total go with the flow. We're aiming for just a little more tolerance, a little more resilience, and a lot more compassion. So let's start with the why. Why is flexibility so hard? Many neurodivergent kids struggle with flexibility because of executive functioning differences, which makes shifting plans and adapting really hard. Anxiety, when you don't know what's coming, it can feel like a threat. A need for predictability, especially for kids with autism or ADHD. Sensory sensitivities, new environments can mean new sounds, new smells, new clothes, new chaos. And sometimes, and I think we're all guilty of this sometimes, we just feel comfortable with sameness. So when your child insists that the plate must be blue or that we can only read the dinosaur book before bed, they're not actually being controlling. Their brain is telling them, this is safe, this is known, don't mess with it. What looks like rigidity is often a coping strategy. So let's get to the good stuff. How do we build flexibility in a way that respects your child's nervous system and doesn't feel like emotional whiplash? We don't want to bulldoze routines. We're gently nudging repeatedly and consistently. So, first of all, we want to start with micro shifts. We are not going to jump from pizza every Friday to now we have kale. We want to try little tweaks inside safe routines. So, for example, use the same cup, but a slightly different colored straw. Sit in the usual spot, but with a different placement. Read the favorite book, but change the voice of one of the characters. Why does this work? Small changes allow the brain to experience novelty in a controlled, safe way. It says, see, difference doesn't mean disaster. Tip two, we want to preview and frame. We want to let kids know that a change is coming and why. Use calm, confident language. For example, today grandma is picking you up instead of dad. I'll show you on your schedule. Or we're going to a new park. Want to look at pictures of it first. Why does this work? Anxiety shrinks when the unknown becomes known. Framing the change helps your child mentally rehearse the shift before it happens. Tip number three, we want to create practice changes. Build flexibility like a muscle with low stakes reps. For example, play backwards day at home. Wear pajamas during the day, eat breakfast for dinner. Have a change one thing game during dinner where you mix up routines on purpose in a playful way. Why does this work? Flexibility grows when change becomes part of safe, supported experiences, and especially when it's part of play. You're not forcing discomfort, you're just inviting play. Tip number 4, we want to validate and stretch. We want to acknowledge how hard it is while encouraging the stretch. For example, I know it's hard when we change plans. I believe you can handle this and I'll help. It's okay to feel frustrated. I'm proud of you for trying something different. Why does this work? Because you're supporting both the emotion and the skill. This builds trust, safety, and confidence. Tip number 5, use a flexibility scale, which would be a visual tool. You can make flexibility visual. You can create a flexibility thermometer from 1 to 5. 0 means everything must be the same, and 5 means totally okay with surprises. Each time your child handles a change, help them identify where they are on the scale. Why does this work? Because it makes progress tangible and it gives your child language to talk about their experience. So, to wrap up, helping your child become more flexible doesn't mean pulling the rug out from under them. It means giving them small, supported, predictable experiences with change over and over and over again until their brain and body start to say, okay, I can handle this. Every small success, every time they adapt, even just a little bit, it is a brick in the foundation of resilience. Remember, you don't have to push it, you don't have to be perfect, and your child doesn't have to be go with the flow to thrive. You're building flexibility gently, and that's more than enough. Thank you so much for watching today. You are doing amazing, patient, messy, loving work, and it matters.